See, yesterday given the object creation order. The object creation order by web container. The object creation order by web container. First, which object created? Which object? Solid context. Solid context. Next, user defined solid. Next, solid config. Next, solid request and solid response. Okay. See, solid context, user defined solid, solid config, solid request and solid response. Now, solid context, when it is created by web container. When it is created, whenever web application is deployed on server. Okay. When user defined solid object created, user defined solid. Whenever user defined solid object, user defined solid object is created by web container, whenever first request comes to a solid. Next, solid config, when it is created, solid config, it is created by web container, whenever init method is called. When init method is called, first request, whenever init method is called. Solid request and solid response. These two are created every request. These are created by web container for every request. These all you written yesterday. Okay. Now you observe the object creation order by web container. Solid context, next user defined solid, next solid config, next solid request and solid response. You observe solid programs you studied. Basics only you studied, only basics. So many concepts are there in solids. Solid forwarding is there, solid including is there, solid redirecting is there, session tracking is there, initialization parameter, context parameters. So many concepts are there. Just basics completed. Okay. That 8 programs, whatever I given, just basics. Basics in solids. See here. Now here we created 3 dynamic web projects. One is basics, one is first, one is second. 3 dynamic web projects I created. Nothing but 3 applications. Okay. Basics, first, second. Now in these basics, 6 programs are there. First 1 program is there. Second 1 program is there. Total 8 programs are there. Okay. Now here, first solid context created. Whenever web application is deployed, then solid context created. That means here basics deployed, first deployed, second deployed. For this one context created, for this one context created, for this one context created. So that means how many contexts created here? 3 solid contexts are there. 3 solid contexts are created. Okay. for basics purpose one context, and first purpose one context, second purpose one context. So three contexts created, three solid contexts are created. Now here in the basics, 6 programs are there. Solid context, 6 programs can use. Only one context for all solids in that WAR file, in that web application folder. So in a basics project, 6 programs are there. 6 solid programs are there. 6 solid programs can use the same solid context. Okay. Here 6 programs are there. Here 1 program is there. Here 1 program is there. Total 3. Here total 8 programs are there. 3 WAR files are there. Okay. Now here 1 context created. Here 1 context created. Here 1 context created. But this context you cannot access here. That context there only. This context here only. Like that. Okay. Now for every web application, 1 context created. Here every user defined solid, 1 object created. That is whenever first request comes. Solid config. Solid config is a parameter inside the init method. You observe. But till I didn't explain init method. Only one method we used, service. Only one method we used, service. Say Java P Java Jakarta dot solid dot solid. Here init method. Init method parameter, what is there? See, solid config. Init method parameter is solid config. Okay. This config is created whenever init method is called. Now this config purpose I didn't explain till now. It is created by web container whenever first init method is called. Init method is called whenever first request comes. Now these two called every request. These two created every request. If 1000 request comes, then 1000 times created every request. Because you observe, yesterday one example I given till I didn't explain, not completed. This one you are going to do now. This is in this registration form request comes, but every user registration data will be different. No, every user login data will be different. No, that's what every request, one response constructed. Every request. So whenever request comes, request created, response created, both created. 1000 requests means 1000 times copies, 1000 copies created. In each object, data will be different. Every user it has to create. Every user data will be different, not same. So suppose Gmail is there and Facebook is there, WhatsApp is, these all crores of users are there. Then crores of requests created. Crores of requests. Okay. Here every user request, this is created. Now my question, suppose 10 applications are there. 10 applications. 10 applications are there. How many contexts created? 10 application means 10 contexts only created. Okay. In each application, 5 solids are there. In each application, 5 solids are there. Okay. That means total how many solids? Each application 5 solids. 50. Then how many user defined solid objects created? 50. How many solid config created? 50. Every solid separate. Now this is 50 created, this is 50 created. So total all solids 1000 requests came. Then how many requests? 1000. How many respond? 1000. Now this program, once again you see the execution process. Any one program I'll open. Suppose any one program, this annotation solid here. Now this application deployed. This application deployed in server. This application deployed in server. What is created first? Solid context created. Okay. So for this application, solid context created, but in my program I didn't use till. Okay. After that, annotation solid class object created. this object created. Okay. With this object only life cycle methods called. With this object only life cycle methods called. How many life cycle methods? 3. What are those? Init, service, destroy. Now annotation servlet object created with that init method called. Is there any init method here? If it is not there, where it will search? Superclass. Which is superclass? In generic solid already written. That init method called. Whenever init method is called, servlet config created. So servlet config also created. But till I didn't explain init method usage, till I didn't explain servlet config usage, till I didn't explain servlet context usage. Okay, but every program created. Now you observe servlet context created, we didn't use. Annotation servlet object created, that is used to call lifecycle method. Init method called with that object only. After that config created, we didn't use. After that service called with that request response. Request also till we didn't use. Only response we used in every program. Till we didn't use request. So in this 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is at a time created. That's what fourth one I given. Now here in this 5, we used only servlet response every day. Servlet response reference dot get writer, then print writer created. Servlet reference response dot reference dot get output stream. Servlet output stream created. So streams sending response purpose we used. Okay. This is used every program. Calling service method, init method used. But config, context, request till we didn't use. In this program all required. Okay. We are going to use request also, init also, solid config also, solid context also. All we are going to use in this program. Okay. These 2 programs are important. The 3 nothing. HTML. Here only major role here. Login solid, register solid. But before going to that one, you should know about solid request. You should know about solid config. You should know about solid context. First I'll cover that one. First request I'll teach. After that I'll start this application development. Solid request required. Now in the program, for example, login.html. Login.html. Here, suppose username, one box, password, one more box, password box. That is text field, it is password field. Here, submit, reset. Okay. Submit and reset. Now this username and password, whatever we are writing in HTML as it is displayed, these are called just labels. Assume that labels are not there, then what will enter there? Which is username, which is password, can you understand? That is understanding purpose only. So username, that is username box, password box. If username, password labels are not there, then user what he has to enter in first box, what he has to enter second box, he cannot understand. That purpose only username, password. So actually these 2 user purpose. Okay, operators purpose. Now username, password. With this you will understand, in this box we have to enter username. In this box you have to enter password. That is understanding purpose, username, password. In the program also, here something we have to write, identification purpose, something uname. In the program we'll write p-word. These 2 names I'll write in HTML program, but in output doesn't appears. Those are called request parameter names. Request parameter names. while writing this box, input type equal to text, name equal to uname, I'll write. Input type equal to password, then password box created. That name equal to p word, I'll write. These words, uname, p word, whatever I'm writing in HTML, it doesn't appear in output window. That is Sowlet purpose required. Okay. These are called request parameter names. Suppose you'll enter here username. You will enter some password ABCXYZ. You'll write. These two we have to retrieve in a Sowlet program. These two are called request parameter values. Whatever you are typing, that is we have to retrieve in Sowlet program. These two are called request parameter values. Okay. To retrieve values, methods are present in Sowlet request. Write this one. First write this diagram. These two are called labels. These two are called request parameter names. These two are called request parameter values. So username, password will write in a program. It appears in a output. Uname, keyword will write in a program. It doesn't appears. This ABCXYZ we are going to type dynamically. Okay. These are called request parameter names. These are called request parameter values. Now, for receiving these request parameters, we require Sowlet request. Okay. Is it over? Now, here, this username, password we have to receive. Here, first name, last name, address, username, whatever is there, those all we have to receive. For receiving purpose, Sowlet request required. So the Sowlet request we are going to use now. Now write it. Sowlet request. It is used to get the request parameters. It is used to get the request parameters. It is created by web container for every request. Here methods are there. How to receive request parameter, I'll show you. Is it over? See. It is used to get the request parameters. It is created by web container for every request. Now Java p jakarta dot solid request. Here in this interface, methods are there. Here many methods are there. Get parameter names. Okay, 4 methods. Write these methods. It is used to get the request parameter value of specified request parameter name. It is used to get the request parameter value of specified request parameter name. It is used to get the all request parameter names. It is used to get the all request parameter names. It is used to get the all request parameter names. So get parameter. Here get parameter names. It is used to get the request parameter values of specified request parameter name. Names and values. Write these all. Is it over? So 4 methods are there. Get parameter names, get parameter values, get parameter map. Collections. It is collection. Collections framework. You study, no? Is it completed? Listen. I'll explain. Listen. Now, in this diagram, here, how many request parameters are there? 2. In this diagram, 4. Okay. Here 2 request parameters. Here 4 request parameters. Okay. Suppose here, first method, get parameter. You will pass uname. Whatever you type, that will come. Here get parameter keyword. Whatever you type, that will come. So just now I given this box name, suppose uname. This box name keyword. That uname keyword are called request parameter names. Whatever you are typing here, request parameter values. So get parameter uname. In this box, whatever you enter, that value comes. Get parameter keyword. In this box, whatever you enter, that value comes. Now here f name, suppose this box name also f name, l name, u name, keyword. Then again get parameter f name, get parameter u name, get parameter keyword, get parameter l name, like that will write. Like that value comes. But here 2 variables, 2 fields are there, 4 fields are there. Some registration form, 20 fields also will be there. Suppose open Naukri.com website. How many fields are there? If you want to register with Naukri, if you want to register with jobsite.com, monster.com, like job portals are there, no? Those portals, if you open registration form, 2-3 pages will be there. Your personal details, your qualification details, your experience, your resume, everything they'll ask, no? At that time, if you use get parameter, how many will write? 20 also you'll write. Okay. Now, that is one value is there, get parameter. Sometimes multiple values are there. In that situation, this is. Suppose hobbies. One list box will be there. List of items will be there. You will select 2-3 hobbies also. But that box name is only same name will be there. Get parameter values. Hobbies. Then all hobbies are stored in array. More than one value is there. We have to use this one. Get parameter values. One value is there. Get parameter. More than one value is there. Get parameter values. Okay. Language known. Suppose you select English, Telugu, Hindi. You will select 3 languages. But 3 values like an array. Okay. One value is there. Get parameter method. More than one value is there. Get parameter values. Like that you can call. This is okay. But if 20-30 fields are there, this one not suitable. In that situation, this one you can use. Get parameter names. All names comes. It is stored in collection. That collection you can iterate with enumeration. Enumeration in core Java study, no? That enumeration you have to use. Enumeration has more elements. Next element methods are there. Java P, Java dot, util dot, enumeration. See here has more elements. Next element. has more element. If next element is there, returns true, otherwise false. Next element means current element return. Now here, then what you have to do, if you call this one, all names comes. Names one by one, you can iterate with enumeration. That name again you have to pass here, value comes. First all names you retrieve, again with enumeration iterator, iterate one by one. Then you pass in get parameter, you'll get a value. Otherwise, go for this one. It is best option. All names also, values also, all stored in map. Map is two-dimensional collection, no? Now, suppose here, now 4 variables are there. First name, last name, username, password. Now, here what will happen, see? Here, first name, name, last name, whatever you typed. Here, uname, value, password, value. Even multiple values are there, multiple also stored. In an array, one value also you can store, no? That multiple is there, multiple comes automatically. But this map interface, you can convert into hash map, linked hash map, tree map. In the constructor, this map you pass. If you want unorder, hash map, order, linked hash map, order, sorted, tree map, you convert. Then all values, names, everything comes. But for using this one, core Java collections knowledge is required. Otherwise, not possible. Okay. Now, this one, very simple. This one, little complicated appears. This one and this one. But at a time, all values comes. Even 20 fields also, 30 fields also, at a time collection, it comes. Okay. Collection of objects. All objects you can retrieve. So, if you use map, what will happen? Get parameter map method. Here, whatever names are there in these boxes, F name, L name, U name, pivot, those names comes. Whatever you type also it will come. That is key value pair, it will maintain. Here it is key, here values. Key value pair, it will maintain. Again, map, how to iterate, that knowledge is also required. Map iterating also not easy. What we have to use? Iterator, map.entry. Entry is inner interface of map interface. That knowledge is also required. Key separate, value separate. Get key, get value. So if you want to use this map, again map.entry required as well as iterator required. You have to convert into one-dimensional. Two-dimensional collection you have to convert into one-dimensional. One-dimensional you have to iterate. These all programs I taught in core Java class. Core Java class, about that one class I have taken. Only map.entry, iterator, this one. Two-dimensional collection will convert into one-dimensional collection. One-dimensional collection will iterate. After iterating, whatever you want, you can perform. But it is 100 fields also same code. 100 fields also same code. But if you use this one, 100 lines you have to write. So, large amount of data, huge amount of data is there. This one you can select. Best option. If only 2-3 values are there, this is only best. Okay. If registration form 20 fields are there, then this is best option. Map. But code complicated, but 100 fields also, one field also same code. Okay. Writing code is complicated appears, but it is better if many fields are there. That map.entry program, map program, iterator program, everything I covered in core Java. That is you apply here if you want this one. Okay. Now present here only 4 fields are there, 2 fields are there. I'm going to use this one only. Okay. Now these collections already explained that core Java concepts you apply here. It is possible. Now how to write this program we'll see now. Okay. Now first one dynamic web project. Now one dynamic web project. File, new dynamic web project. Suppose I'll write login. Something project name login I written. click on next, click on next. If you want to go for annotation, don't select this one. Okay. If you want to go for annotation, and even by default annotation is not coming, you write. That's it. By default it comes, not coming, you write. That Eclipse, it may not recognize sometimes. Okay. Finish. Now this login. Now first HTML program. This HTML program. Right click, new HTML file. Okay. Now here I'll write homepage.html. Okay, homepage.html. See, just I selected HTML. Just right click HTML. See here, right click, new, here. We have so many things you observe. Solid is there, listener is there, filter is there, JSP is there, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This is all we have now. Like that, you select whichever you want. Right click, new HTML file. Here, homepage.html. Next, finish. Here, you can write HTML code, whatever you want. Now, this is common code, HTML open, HTML close, body open, body close. Suppose I want background color, BG color, suppose green, suppose yellow, text color, suppose red. Okay. Background color yellow, text color red I given. This total content I want center. Then center tag is there. Center open, center close. Otherwise you can use CSS, cascading style sheet. Now this welcome to Naresh Technologies. I want big size letters, level 1 heading, H1. H1, welcome to Naresh Technologies. Okay. After this, these two, I want hyperlinks. For hyperlinks purpose, anchor tags are there. Login, hyperlink. One more anchor tag, registration. Okay. Now, login is hyperlink, registration is hyperlink. Login, if we click, we record login.html. Registration, if we click, reg.html. So, here, hyperlink reference, login.html. Here, hyperlink reference, reg.html. You observe here, this program you observe, here, this program you observe, to write HTML program, HTML, to write body part, body, header part, head, HTML body, background color, yellow color, text color, red color. Total content is centered, align, center alignment. This is level 1 heading, big size letters appears. Login is a hyperlink appears. If you click login.html open. Registration is hyperlink. When you click reg.html. This tag is called anchor tag. Those who don't know HTML, that is, I'm explaining. A tag, nothing but anchor tag. For creating hyperlink, we'll write. If you click hyperlink reference, login.html, registration, hyperlink reference, registration.html. This is next line if you want, line break. Okay. Now, line break, second line appears. Now you observe up to here, if I run, right click, run on server, save. Select the server, next, finish. See here. Now we have to type homepage.html like this. Okay. Now here, what I given, see, yellow color background I given. BG color equal to yellow. That's what background color is, yellow. Text equal to red. That's what text color, red color comes. Hyperlink color by default blue comes. Hyperlink. That is also we can change. HTML's many tags are there. Okay. Tags and attributes we can do it. Now, but present you concentrate on solid. Okay. Those are designing. Later you can do it. Present little bit I am giving. Okay. Now background BG color equal to yellow I given. That's what background color yellow. Text equal to red. That red color comes. Default hyperlink color is blue comes. That blue. Now if I click this login.html, if I click this reg.html, total content centered. Center alignment I given. Line break I given. That's what next line. Okay. If I click, say page not found, login.html we didn't write. That's what it is not found showing. Now not found it is showing. Registration if I click, say not found, reg.html. That means it is working. Okay. Now after writing registration.html, that is also appears. This is simple HTML program. Now this program, first you write this one. Homepage.html. Homepage.html. Write this one. Homepage.html. This page, if you want to design more attractive, go for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, whatever you studied, you can apply. And but this is Advanced Java class. Little bit I given about HTML. Okay. Without this Advanced Java program also not possible. That is the reason this is minimum. Remaining, if you want, you can design later. Is it a one? Say BG color attribute to specify background color. Text attribute to specify text color. Center tag to align center. Okay. Total content is centered. H1 level 1 heading. Level 1 heading text purpose H1. Like that, total 6 levels are there in HTML. H1, H2, H3, H4, like that, H6. Login is a hyperlink created because between anchor tags are written. A tag. When you click, this page is opened. That is hyperlink reference, href. Registration is a hyperlink. When you click reg.html, this is line break, next line. Otherwise, same line displayed. Okay. For this one, not required because H1 closed. After that, next other tag we used. That's what next line comes automatically. For this one, next line required. If you don't write, both in same line comes. Okay. This is HTML homepage.html. We have tried two more HTML programs, login.html, reg.html. Okay. Now again, right click, new HTML file. You can type login.html. Next, finish. Here login.html. This header part not required, I'll remove. Now, suppose BG color, suppose red, text, suppose yellow. Now, background color, text color, I given total content center alignment. After this, here, this diagram, login form, level 1 heading as well as underline. So underline tag U, login form. Now login form appears with level 1 heading text and underline, U tag for underline. Now after this we required form fields. These are form fields. Form tag required. Okay. Form tag required, form open, form close. Here, this username, this box, password, this box, submit button, reset button. See, username, normal text label. After that, input type equal to text. Then text box created. That box name is suppose uname. Line break. Password. Input type equal to password. Then password box created. Name equal to p word. Line break. Suppose one more line break. Input type equal to submit button. Submit button created. Input type equal to reset. Reset button created. Here I have to explain so many concepts here. You observe here in this diagram, when I click on submit button, this servlet should be executed. Okay. When I click on submit button, this servlet should be executed. This servlet URL pattern we have to write in this program, then only executed. So here form action equal to URL pattern you have to write. Something login. Now this login is a URL pattern of login servlet. When I click on submit button, this code is executed. That means login servlet executed. So the value of action attribute is executed whenever you click on submit button. This notes I'll give because that is related to servlet. That is important. Now the value of action attribute is executed in a form tag whenever submit button is clicked. Whenever reset button is clicked, whatever you enter the data, that will be removed, erased. Okay. Now up to here, you observe what will happen. Just you observe. Right click, run on server, save. Select the server, next, finish. You observe here. First homepage.html I'll open. I'll click login. See, login form. Here you observe. Here I written in the program. Input type equal to submit. Then here we got a submit query. Here I written input type equal to reset. Then we got a reset button. Here submit query, reset. These names automatically coming. This it depends upon browser. It comes. Sometimes submit also comes. Some browser submit appears. Some browser submit query appears. That is if you want you can change also. Now this submit button, reset button. Suppose just I'll change the browser. You observe. Browser, I'll go for Microsoft Edge. Now right click, run on server, save. Now here homepage.html. Login if I click. What you are getting, see? Submit reset. Now this value submit reset coming here. but here submit query reset coming. That is depends upon browser. It will come. That is browser dependent. No, HTML is browser dependent. Sometimes different values also, different output also comes. See here input type equal to submit. Okay. Now here you observe what I will do. Input type equal to button I'll write. Then button created. What will happen? See, right click, run as. Okay, first I'll close this one. 1 minute. I'll close this. Right click, run as, run on server, save. Now homepage.html. When you click login, see here button created, but label not there. Suppose what I'll do, you observe here value equal to submit. I'll write submit button. Now submit appears. Right click, run as, run on server. Now you here appears submit, but this is not submit button. It is normal button. Now what's the difference you observe? If I click, no effect. If I click, no effect. Now instead of like this, I'll write submit. You observe this button will work. That is normal button. This is submit button. See, if I click, it is working now. Here, whatever I written action equal to login, that is coming now. Action equal to login, that is coming. So here, now this is called submit button. But if you write input type equal to button, value equal to submit, then same output appears. But it is normal button. It doesn't work. Now, if you write input type equal to submit, then only submit button created. That submit button functionality, reset button functionality inside the HTML only present. That's what it works. Whenever you click on submit button, the value of action attribute executed in a form tag, it is automatically executed. That mechanism already developed inside the HTML. Okay. Whenever you click on reset button, whatever you enter in this box and in this box, the data erased. Now you see that one also. Right click, run as, run on server, save. Now here I'll type some username. I'll type some password. If I click reset, see data erased. Now I'll type something here. I'll type something here. If I click reset, erased. Here I'll type something. Here I'll type something. When I click submit button, it is passed to Solid. But while passing to Solid, what is happened? You observe in the address bar, your username password also displayed. In real time, will it display? No. So here request types are there. Okay. Now uname equal to triple A, password equal to triple A, it is showing. Like this data, it is confidential data. We should not display. For that, HTTP methods are there. This all I have to teach. I have to teach. Method equal to post. I'll write. Now it will not display. Right click, run as, run on server. The browser immediately may or may not recognize. Sometimes it will be happen. Otherwise, we have to change the browser again. Login, type username, type password, submit. Are you getting? So what I changed? One word, method equal to post. There are 7 HTTP methods are there. Get, post, put, delete, trace, options, head. 7 methods are there. What's the difference between get and post? This type of questions also in interview they'll ask. I have to teach, not completed. I have to teach. Okay. Here you observe. Whenever you click on submit button, the value of action attribute in a form tag executed automatically. That mechanism already present inside the HTML. Whenever you click on reset button, all fields data erased automatically. That mechanism inside present. Now this username is called label. Password is called label. In the output window, it is displaying. This is user understandable format purpose. Text means text box created. Password means password box created. Then stars appears. But like this, so many values are there. Checkbox created. Radio button created. Like a combo box, list box, and text area. Text, all many fields are there. Those all can be created. But this uname p word not appears in the program, not appears in the output, not appears in the output. But what purpose required is solid purpose required. So later, how you'll understand? Here you will receive both. After receiving which is username, which is password, how will you understand? From uname box, whatever you received, that is username. For p word box, whatever you received, password. That understanding purpose, name and value pair required. That's what name equal to your right. Whatever you are typing, that is value. Whatever we written in the program, that is name. This uname p word, request parameter names. These two labels. This is when you solid URL pattern. This is your request type, HTTP method. There are 7 HTTP methods. Now, if confidential data is there, method equal to post we have to write. If the data is not confidential, method equal to get we have to write. Between get and post, 4-5 differences are there. I have to teach. Okay. Now, method equal to post, I have to teach. These all I have to cover. First, you write the program. I'll teach. That is one class required about this all. Method, these all. It is login.html. It is login.html. It is login.html. Now, as it is write it, I'll give you notes. I'll explain. I'll give you notes. Just write the notes. Write the program. Is it over? Many are there. HTML5. Yeah, that HTML, leave it. You concentrate HTML class, whatever you studied, you apply. But you concentrate on solids. CSS also you can add. Button tag also is there. Button tag also is there. Input tag also is there. Button tag also is there. It works. Submit button, but normal button doesn't work. Normal button doesn't work. Now, here login. Here login. What is login? URL pattern of URL pattern of login solid. URL pattern of login solid. What is uname and pivot? Request parameter names. Request parameter names. Just now, before teaching this program, on diagram I given. The diagram. Request parameter names. What are these two? Labels. Labels. URL pattern of login solid. This is URL pattern of login solid. This is HTTP method. This is also how to teach, not completed. It will take 1 hour to explain about this all. I'll explain. HTTP method. It is URL pattern of login solid. URL pattern of login solid. These are request parameter names. These are labels. Username, password. These two are called labels. Uname and pword. Request parameter names. This login. URL pattern of login solid. Post. HTTP method. Okay. Now, is it over? So username, password, labels, it will display in output window. Uname, pword, it will not display in output window. This is solid purpose required. When you click on submit button, this URL pattern executed. Now that is Algio nodes. Next, write it. Default functionality available for submit and reset buttons only. Default functionality available for submit and reset buttons only. Default functionality available for submit and reset buttons only. The value of action attribute in a form tag is executed. The value of action attribute in a form tag is executed whenever submit button is clicked. The value of action attribute is executed whenever submit button is clicked. All fields data erased whenever reset button is clicked. Whenever all fields data erased. Whenever reset button is clicked. Default functionality available for submit and reset buttons only. The value of action attribute in a form tag is executed whenever submit button is clicked. All fields data erased whenever reset button is clicked. You observe submit button, reset button, these two buttons automatically works. But input type equal to button, if you write submit, it doesn't work. Okay, normal buttons doesn't work. Only submit, reset. Two buttons by default works. If you want to execute other buttons, all those things, you have to write JavaScript code also. Okay. Submit button, reset button functionality implicitly present. Implicitly present. That is two buttons works. The two buttons, when you click submit button, what will happen? The value of action attribute executed. That means solid program executed. Reset button, if you click, all fields data, whatever you typed, all will be erased. It will reset. It will reset all fields. In this diagram, when you click submit button, this solid should be executed. That's what this solid URL pattern I written here. That is a link, HTML to solid. This HTML to this solid, how it is going control with this only. So when submit button clicked, this URL pattern executed. This URL pattern will configure in the XML file or annotation for this solid. This solid URL pattern you have to write, no? Either in XML you have to write or annotation you have to write. That is, we have to specify here. Login. When you click, that program executed. That purpose. Okay. Here, this is I didn't explain. It will take half an hour, 1 hour for that. Now, this is HTML program. Login.html. Registration.html you observe. Now, almost same. Only two fields extra. Right click, new HTML. Reg.html. Next, finish. This is only I'll copy. Now, here little bit I'll change. Suppose here color I'll change. Green, it is yellow. It is login form place, registration form. Here action equal to reg. Okay. Now it is okay. It is okay. I'll write two more fields. First name. Input type equal to text. Name equal to suppose F name. Line break. Last name. Input type equal to text. Name equal to L name. Line break. Okay. Now this program, if I run, you observe, right click, run as, run on server, save. Homepage.html, registration. So registration form. Okay. Now these pages, if you want to design, later you design. Okay. You concentrate on solid. Because this is not important. Solid is important here. Write this program. Reg.html. 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 registration.html. Here reg is a URL pattern of registration solid. F name, L name, U name, P word. Request parameter names. First name, last name, username, password. Labels. It is HTTP method. When you click submit button, registration solid executed. When you click reset button, all fields data erased. So reg is a URL pattern of registration solid. URL pattern of registration solid. This F name, L name, U name, P word. What are these? Request parameter names. Request parameter names. First name, last name, username, password. These all labels. Labels. It is post is a HTTP method. REG is a URL pattern of registration solid. So when you click submit button, this URL pattern executed. URL pattern executed means solid executed. Okay. F name, L name, U name, P word. These are called request parameter names. In a solid, we have to use. But this is only for user purpose, labels. Labels are only user purpose. This post is a HTTP method. Post is a HTTP method. Is it over? Tomorrow I'm not coming. We'll see continuation on Friday. Okay. Next class on Friday. Okay. Tomorrow I'm not coming. Tomorrow no class. Next class on Friday.